MAGA people know, first of all, I don't believe Trump is a racist. I don't believe that. And because you have to have some sort of a sense of pride, of heretical, if you will, heritage, of understanding, of bloodline, to be a racist. You have to be proud of the substance of your genes, of the substance of your heredity, of the substance of your lineage, and in terms of ancestral powers to be a racist. It isn't just sometimes you jump out with a thought. You have to have some understanding of the ancestral powers to lay your head upon a racist pillar. And Trump's not, he doesn't have that. Trump wouldn't know that from a can of soup. But he is a madman. What he's presently doing, and I said this also earlier, what he's presently doing is that he's destroying the Constitution. The same way Obama destroyed the Bible. And he's destroying the Constitution, and those that realize he can pick up people off the street in the middle of the night like he did this woman up at Tufts University up in Massachusetts, or like he did Mahmoud Khalil from Columbia University and sent him down to the prison in New Orleans or Louisiana. And like he did with Abrego Garcia, who he took off the streets in Maryland, took him out of his car with his autistic son in the backseat of the car and flew him down to that prison down in El Salvador without constitutional right or without due process. And he recognizes that the Constitution says we should have due process. I'm hesitating. I'm hesitating because my recent understanding of the law and due process in general has brought to this church power. And the more they talk about due process, the more the power of that processes. But I'm not going to speak it here today. Not now. It'll come. But not now. Let me continue with the fact. What MAGA is doing, they realize Trump is destroying the Constitution. They know it. They know that America is no longer America the Great. The articles of the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, as many as they are, no longer have power because the executive branch wishes now to just destroy them and act upon executive order, and so we don't have constitutional privileges. In fact, Trump can pick you up if he don't like you and send you off to El Salvador. And he's defying the courts. The courts give him an order to do something. And he says, I'm not doing it. What you gonna do? You got no army, you can't make me do it. And he's got a bunch of people that are instructing him and that are with him that know that's what he's doing. But here's what they have decided. They have decided, MAGA has decided, the Constitution is gone. But we would rather, we understand that in order for us to get America from black and brown people, we can't let them have constitutional rights. So we get rid of the Constitution and we'll just rule by fiat, or the king will rule the way he wants to rule, and we get rid of all the black and brown people and the yellow people too, by the way. I don't know if that's explained clear to y'all, but that's what's going on in America. You see what's happening, all that talk in the news. It isn't the fact that somehow another Trump doesn't realize the Constitution, or the lawyers don't realize. They don't want the MAGA people don't want the Constitution anymore because the Constitution protects you. Yeah. And what has happened to us, the Constitution protects us. I mean, Trump even said, let's get rid of the 14th Amendment to the Constitution. Birthright citizenship. You're born in America, you're a citizen. He said, we're going to get rid of that. So when we understand what a house divided, how Satan is now working against, how Trump is now working against Satan to divide the house, that's how the Lord prescribes